What's up, guys? It's your boy Ken and Corey. Appreciate you guys tuning into the video. And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to use the Lumix G7 to get some killer nightclub videography. So if you want to learn a little bit more about that, then keep watching this video. Okay, so currently I'm talking to you guys right now on the actual Lumix G7. But let me go ahead and switch over to my Sony AX100 to go ahead and talk to you guys more about the camera I'm filming on right now. Okay guys, so I've been shooting videos for a little over 10 years now. I've been doing it since 2010, when I first got professionally started. I used to shoot like different photo shoots for models and stuff, but I also got my foot in the door with shooting different club events, and it worked out great. So let's just get straight into it. I don't want to waste y'all's time. The first thing you're gonna need if you're gonna try to do anything in the dark with the Lumix G7 is you're gonna need some type of LED light. You can get an LED light, something similar to like this one right here. This one was like, I think 30 bucks at like Best Buy or Walmart. You can get a little bit more heavy duty one for maybe about $40 or $50 as well. But something even as small as this can do, all you gotta do is just like, it has like a hot shoe mount. Just slide it right there in that groove. I don't know if you guys can actually see the groove. Like right there, I'm just sliding that piece in, and then I screw this on to tighten it down so it doesn't slide. Boom. And now I got me a light. I can turn it on. It's probably gonna be very dull out here, but I can turn it on and light up whatever subject I need. Now when you're in like a nightclub type of environment, there's gonna be all kind of like lasers and stuff going. It's all gonna be like, most clubs, especially if you're in a good club, has like a crazy light show. So you kind of, if you play your cards right and you don't have an LED screen and you don't have an LED light, you can actually kind of use the club environment to still pull a dope look off, but you're gonna be limited to whatever type of lighting the club has. But with an LED light, you'll be able to go anywhere, wherever, and film whoever and light up the way you need to light them up. Another thing I would also say before you get into doing Lumix G7 nighttime club photography is you're gonna want some type of grip. I got this grip from Best Buy. It's a Joby grip. It's really dope. It's also like doubles as a tripod, and you just put it together once again as a grip, handle grip, and it just screws right in at the bottom of your camera. And boom, now I have like a nice little grip, so I can really control the camera and get all kind of angles, and also it gives me a little bit of extension whenever I'm trying to reach over a crowd and point over something. It's one of my favorite things to use by far, besides my LED light, whenever I'm doing nightclub photography with the Lumix G7. Another thing you should be aware of when you're gonna be doing nightclub photography is to make sure you have your camera set to the lowest aperture setting that you can possibly set it to. And with the Lumix G7, that completely relies on your lens. This lens that comes with the kit actually goes down to about 3.5 on your aperture. But if you really want to cheat the system, you can get a lens that goes down to even lower. This is the 25mm lens from Lumix. It actually goes down to a 1.7 aperture, which lets in more light, which means the camera can operate even better in low light situations with the LED light. The only problem with a lens like this is that it's kind of a zoom lens, so you really have to have just a little bit of extra space between you and the subject at all times to be able to capture what you want to capture. But if you can work with it, you can really get some really cool cinematic blurred out background shots with a lens like this. This actually blurs the background a little bit as well, so I kind of find myself going back and forth depending on the look I want. If I really want it to look really sharp and blurred out, I'll go with this. But if I know I don't have that much room and I need a wide angle lens because everyone wants to be in the video at the same time, then you definitely want to have a wide angle lens to go with that. Okay guys, I came over here on the side of the house. Hopefully it's a little bit quieter, and I switched back to the Lumix G7, and it just got brighter as soon as I started recording. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about when it comes to making fire nightclub videography, you need to start getting good at seeing those different type of like fun shots that people love to see when they're watching a video or a nightclub video that makes you want to go. Like, people want to watch people smiling, they want to see faces, they want to see people dress nice, they want cute faces, you know, they want to see people taking shots, doing some of the things that they're going to be doing, maybe even smoking a hookah or something like that. Just activities that are really positive and fun, and get as much of it as you possibly can. Like, most of the time when I go to the club, I can already pick out who's gonna be the type of person that I'm looking for that can really help me deliver these type of shots. I'll gravitate to them, and once I shine the light on them, put my LED light on them, like, they just kind of have a good time, and it's like their cue. Actually, that's another perk of having an LED light. The sun just came out again. That's another perk of having LED lights, because it kind of gives somebody the cue to, hey, do something cool for the camera, like, or maybe take a shot or something or whatever, or maybe hug your best friend and dance with your friend. It kind of just makes people want to do something when they see the light. You found something, Sean? Did you find something? Another thing that you should definitely have in mind or bring with you whenever you go to do like nightclub photography that'll make you way better is your confidence. You have to have really high confidence to be able to go up to strangers that you don't know and just point a camera in their face and say, you know, hey, I'm the video guy. Do you mind me filming you? Or you don't have, half the time you don't have to say anything. You literally could just point the camera and people have a good time. But if you look kind of timid and scared and not sure of yourself of what you're doing, when you put your camera in someone's face, they'll probably be like, no, I'm good. No, I'm fine. I don't want to be on camera. So bringing confidence, as well as having the equipment, as well as having the vision for what you're trying to film, all of that put together will definitely be seen in the video as you're starting to make it and edit it. Because what you don't want is a bunch of video of people going like, oh no, or a bunch of backs of heads. No one wants to see the back of your head or the back of a bunch of different heads. Make sure the majority of your video has faces and people smiling and having a good time, and that way when you piece it all together it makes sense, you know? Okay, so another huge pro tip for making really cool nightclub videography is to shoot at a high frame rate. A high frame rate could be anywhere from like 60 frames per second or higher. It just means that whenever you slow down the footage later on when you're editing, it's gonna give you that creamy slow-mo look. If you shoot lower than that and you try to slow down the footage, it's gonna look all like glitchy whenever you're shooting. I actually have a video that explains how to do slow motion that I shot a few weeks ago. If you guys wanna go check that out, I'll put the link in the description. But like I said, in essence, just shoot at like 60 frames per second. More than likely, when you're editing your video, you're gonna find a lot of different reasons why you wanna slow down something happening. Like, I feel like whenever you see someone bringing bottles out and sparklers are going off and you put sparklers in slow motion, just having like all those sparks coming off like that, it just looks so much cooler to me. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but slow motion pretty much makes everything look cool. So make sure you add a lot of slow-mo, and in order to get the slow-mo, shoot in a high frame rate. Okay guys, so the last thing that can make or break your footage when you're doing nightclub photography is your dog running through being scared or something. No, the last thing that can make or break your footage when you're shooting nightclub photography is the song choice. You really want to make sure you find a song that matches the energy or puts out the energy that you want to feel whenever you're editing. Sound, in my opinion, is even more important than the visual element. You can almost put together something epic just because the sound was so epic. It could be one clip and it's in slow motion, and because the sound was epic, everyone loves it. So make sure that whatever song you end up using, it just oozes with that vibe, like before you even have any visual elements on it. Whenever you hear the song alone makes you want to dance, or it makes you want to feel a certain vibe, or makes you feel like, man, I wish I was there, or there's a moment in time that's happening right now that you're capturing. But that's pretty much it, guys. Once you put all those different tips together that I just told you guys about in this video, then you'll come out looking like a beast every time you do any videos. Like I said, I've been doing this for about 11 years now when it comes to nightclub videography, and I've loved every minute of it. I've been able to get booked in all different types of countries, traveled around on people's vacations just because they like the club edit that I did in a club somewhere, but they know because of what I did in the club, they can get an idea of what I could do for like their family vacation. And also, getting into club videography has helped me edit some really cool edits when it comes to my vlogs and just being able to get the vibe out there in general. In my opinion, shooting anything in the nighttime or getting good at shooting things in the nighttime is gonna make you a beast during the daytime. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you learned something, make sure you like and comment. If you have any questions, I'm glad to answer them. I'll get back to you guys as fast as I can. But until then, keep aiming for the top, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.